All right, folks. You're gonna watch this video and then get my commentary afterward. But I just want to say, um, he mentions in the video, this is James Wickstrom, that using the shortened form of Yah instead of Yahweh, as he calls it, Yahuah, um, you're making fun of the Father. You know, he says every jot and tittle. Yes, so every jot and tittle would mean, why would he then use that shortened form in the scripture, in the Hebrew script? It's in the original Paleo. It's just been converted improperly by the King James scribes. When they put in place of it the device they used, the Lord, they don't even differentiate between Yah and Yahuah. They use the Lord in both. They don't differentiate at all. But if you look at the actual Hebrew and the Strongs, you'll see they're two different. I'll show you in one verse that they're two different. Take a look. So here is the Hebrew Tanakh. I'm using the example of Exodus 17:16 because it uses both the shortened form Yah, yod-hay, which is Hebrew's Concordance 3050, and at the end of the verse, the second highlighted you'll see there is yod-hay-uau-hay, which is Yahuah, the full Father's name, Hebrew Concordance H3068. Which is used, 6,800 plus times in the Hebrew Tanakh. But the shortened form, Yah, is used by our Father in His scriptures, His divine inspired writ, His word. It uses Yah, or yod-hay, the shortened form Yah, 48 times. It's there 48 times, and it's right here in this verse. You see it. But if you are reading from a King James Bible, James Wickstrom did, I believe, you would see it as perverted, really. They used the Lord instead of Yahuah. So they even used the Lord for the shortened form, Yah. They don't distinguish or differentiate the two. So you'd see the Lord, in that verse if you're reading a King James, which I will show you. But you'll see the highlighted, remember, Hebrews from right to left, top to bottom. You'll see the first one, Yah, a different word, 2 letters instead of 4, yod-hay, and then Yahuah, or Yahweh if you prefer, yod-hay-uau-hay. So how is it making fun of Yahuah or Yahweh? That's what I want to know. Please explain to me. Where are we getting this from? Here's the King James with the Strong's Concordant numbers in there. And you will see, this is 15, so that's the shortened form, Yah in 15.2. Here's 17.16, we were just looking at in the Hebrew Tanakh, so you can see it's actually 2 different words. And here's the King James. If you only have a King James, you're going to see, for he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. The Lord there is the full form, Yahuah, 4 letters. See? And right here in the beginning is Yah, the shortened form, H3068, 2 letters, yod-hay. So if you only have the King James, you're not going to see these things at all. And that's one of my main contentions with that perverted translation.
I am not Christian identity. Let me clarify this 100%. I do not atone to anything Christian because Christian is Catholicistic of Judeo-Christianity. I am racial covenant identity of Jacob Israel. There's a big difference here. Yahweh is his name, not Jesus and not Christ. Yahweh is his name, and you shall call upon his name. His name isn't nicknamed Yah. When people call me up and say, Yah bless, oh, I said, don't you hang up. Don't you nickname me. What? Don't you nickname me and blaspheme the name of my Father. What are you talking about? Don't you be calling him Yah. Hey, Yah, what's going on, bud? My Father's name is Yahweh. You want to say something to me at the end of this phone conversation, you say, Yahweh bless. I want my Father's name with a blessing to come from me, not for my Father to be insulted by calling him Yah. It's very important. People say, oh, you're getting picky now. No, I'm not getting picky. Every jot and tittle. Is this correct? Yep. Line upon line, precept upon precept. Is his name Yah or is his name Yahweh?
Yahweh.
What?
Yahweh.
Yahweh. These people out here are getting smart. Oh, Yah be with you. Was that like Yah be with you? What do you think my father is? Just some guy coasting in the door. Hey, there's Yah. No, my father's a king. He's the king of this whole earth. His name is Yahweh. That is my father's name. And he is a king, and he owns everything on the earth, and in the heavens. And I just wanted to bring this up. I've corrected a lot of people in my life about this. They write to me, they get a dissertation back in writing. They talk to me on the phone, they get a dissertation and a tongue lashing on the phone. Because my Father doesn't want error to be spoken, especially his name. He wants his people, sons and daughters, to call upon his name. He wants his name spoken in entirety. Think about it. Think very deep about this, because it's very serious. Do you think I'm going to make fun of my Father's name? Are you going to make fun of my Father's name? No. Are you going to make fun of Yahweh? No, no, no. So I'm just bringing this up, and this isn't just kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater thing here now. This is very serious. Yahweh is very serious. So I want you to think about this. And we've got a lot of things to change in our life. Not only our food habits, but also our thinking habits and the way that we address and talk about our Father Yahweh.
Shalom, shalom. Came across a good video. I love the late James Wickstrom, brother in Yahuah, who he calls Yahweh, of course, as you'll know if you're familiar with him. And I used to call him Yahweh as well. No problem there. Like the video. However, I'm still seeking and searching in this area where he says using the word Yah, like saying Yah bless, for example, is almost sacrilegious in his eyes. And it's like saying yo, or, hey, bro, yo, father. And I don't really see it that way, and I'll show you why. And maybe you have better explanations, some of you who feel differently about it, and please, I'd like to know. That's why I'm putting this video out there. So watch the video, very short, only a few minutes long. I love Wickstrom. Here's the Strongs for that word Yah, okay? It's the Concordance 3050, which is the shortened form of yod-hay-uau-hay, which is the four-letter name of the Father, which is Yahuah. If you want to say Yahweh, that's fine. It would still be the shortened form Yah. So when we see it in the scriptures, I believe it's 48 times that 3050, the shortened form of Yah, is used. 48 occurrences. Yeah, 48 occurrences. We'll look at the first one. Exodus 15:2, Shemot. Right here, let's bring it up in blueletterbible.org, and then we'll look at the Q Bible. There's Christopher Ezra, my toddler, not toddler, geez, he's not walking yet, in the background. Yeah, so 15:2 is from the Song of Moshe and Israel. Exodus 15:2 says, and this is the King James, and then I'll show you, what the device means. So if you're just looking at the King James, which maybe Wickstrom is, and he just, anytime he sees the Lord, he says Yahweh, and I used to do that. It says, the Lord is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him an habitation. My Father's God, and I will exalt him. Well, the word, the Lord there, the Lord that it shows, is actually the shortened form. It's not H3068, which is Yahuah or Yahweh. It's 3050. Yah. Okay? So I don't think it's being, we're taking Yahuah's name in vain. One of the commandments. I don't believe we're doing that when we're saying Yah, unless that's your intent. The Father knows the intentions of your heart, obviously. But when I say it, I mean Yah, like it says in the scriptures, and here it is. If you go to qbible.com, great resource, highly recommended. You go to the Hebrew Old Testament, transliteration with the Holy Name in King James as well. It provides you the Masoretic Hebrew, the transliteration to English, as well as the King James with the Hebrew's Concordance, Strong's Concordant numbers. Let's go down to the verse we've been looking at, Exodus 17:16, for both examples of having it in the same verse. The shortened form, Yah, as you can see plainly right there, Yah, which is, again, the Strong's Concordant 3050, contracted from H3068, Yahuah. And it says, and the meaning the same, the sacred name. So it's just a shortened form of Yahuah. That's what I'm trying to say. So why would it be intentionally put into our scriptures by the Father through the inspired agents, that he uses, be it an angel of Yah or, one of Adam, his prophets, apostles, whoever it be. It's been written. It is. So there's Yah, 3050, and then we have Yahuah in the same verse, 3068, concordant, Strong's number for Yahuah. Yod-hay-uau-hay, yod-hay. They're different. It's not that somebody's bastardized it in any way, shape, or form. Not so. Wa yomar ki yad el keshya milkama lahua bal lamek midor dor. That's it. So I don't see how that's making fun of the Father by saying Yah. Let's take a look here at eSword. And I have it paralleled. The Brenton Septuagint all the way on the right, all the way on the left is the scriptures from the ISR 2009. That's the physical copy I read from, and then I'll read on air. And in the middle, we have the Hebrew Old Testament with the actual. So you can see it's different words. Okay, and that's for comparison there. And, of course, the King James says, for he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. They don't distinguish in the King James. They just replace it with the device, the Lord, which is disgusting in and of itself. And you won't know that there's even different words there because you don't have the actual translation correctly done. But it's certainly 3050, Yah, contracted for H3068, Yahuah, meaning the same, the sacred name. And here we go. We then see Yahuah, yod-hay-uau-hay, yod-hay-uau-hay. So please, if you have different information on this, you see it differently, you can explain it, intelligently, respectfully. We'll obviously be in disagreement, that's fine. I'd like to know. I'm after the truth here, and I don't see it the way Wickstrom saw it, but I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again, but I just don't see it here. Please let me know. I appreciate it. As always, Yah bless.